Um, just wanted to share a couple things with everyone. This won't be something I'm sharing, but wanted to talk about some of the reasons why I was lured into coming to Sinaloa. Um, well, the real reason why I came down here was because I I was living by myself in Tijuana, and some fools just try to get brave on me and shit. So I was expecting my girl to show up, within within the time, and some fools just came to my house and shit. They were drunk, and I was trying to. They wanted to come to my house and drink inside and in the yard and stuff. I was like, no, I'm expecting my girl. I'm cool and shit. So yeah, fucking they were drunk and shit. So I was kind of nervous because my girl was coming over. So I was like, fuck, I don't want nothing to happen and shit, right? So I provoked them and shit. I started wolfing on them. I was like, yeah, fucking woo woo, this and that, blah blah blah, woo woo woo. And fucking, yo, motherfuckers, they just fucking ran up on me and shit. And I was like, look, man, I don't want no problems and shit. They were like, nah, man, it's something you need to understand. So they just started swinging on me and shit. So I just started fucking them up. Like two or three of them at the same time and shit. I was just grabbing them by their shirt, with one hand, and just bam, 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 fucking his ass up, knock one out, and just grab the other one, grab him by his fucking shirt right here by his neck and shit, and just started fucking his ass up. So I started beating everybody up and shit, right? So one of them dudes got up and shit from the floor, and he got a metal bar and shit. Straight hit me. He ran up from behind me and hit me in the head and shit. So I got knocked out and shit. And then I fell to the floor and shit. My head started bleeding and shit. And so fucking dude, while I was on the floor, he wanted to hit me again. And so I raised my arm and shit. I raised my arm, so he was trying to hit me in the head. So I raised my arm, and hit me like right here on the wrist and shit. And so fucking eventually he broke my arm and shit. He wanted to hit me in the head. So if he would have hit me in the head, I would have gotten killed because the blow that I got from me being on the floor, my shit was split open. Fucking blood was pouring down my face and shit. So with my broken hand, I was closing up the gap, so I started bleeding and shit. I had a knife on me and shit, but I wasn't gonna pull it out, till fucking if my girl was there and they tried to get sick with it or something like that, I would have fucking had to took care of business and shit. So fucking yeah, so you know I fucking jumped a big ass wall and shit. I got fucked up, and they split my head open and shit. They broke my arm and shit, and then I took out my shank. And I took out my shank, and they were like, "Fool, you still haven't learned your lesson, huh?" And they fucking tried to get crazy and shit, but my neighbor came out and saved me and shit. So they took off and shit, and as soon as they went in my house and shit and fucking robbed me of my shit, took my computer and took a gang of shit. So then so fucking after they left, my girl showed up like 5 minutes later. I got a towel and I wet it and shit. I got it wet and I put it on my head because it was cold and shit. And that stopped the bleeding and shit. I was like, hey, you know what? Some fucking fools came over trying to get brave and shit. So we gotta get the fuck out of here and shit. I don't want them coming back. They live just like just down the street and shit. So because I got in that fight and shit, and I was working for some people at that time, and they told me to fucking that if I ever had problems, to tell them like, hey, fucking woo woo woo. But then I'm not like that and shit. You know, if I got something to take care of, I take that care of that shit on my own and shit. So fucking, I'm not into like fucking snitching. Be like, oh, I need help. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So fucking did that shit and so anyways after that happened and shit, I was pretty fucked up, man. My body was all fucked up, and they were pissed. They were even more pissed off because they were all fucked up. All of them were all fucked up, man. All of them were all fucked up, and it was just me and shit. And motherfucker like me, my whole life. I've been in like over 50 fights and shit. I've never lost one at all. I used to like people offended me. They think that they try to say that I'm a bully, that I just be punking like smaller guys or whatever, and it's not like that. Mostly the whole time I spent juvenile hall, I went to juvenile hall when I was 11, and I got out when I was like 20, 21. I served juvenile life and shit. I used to just be fighting with black people and shit, black people bigger than me and shit. That put tips on anybody and shit, but fucking I've been in over like 50 fights and shit, and fucking I never lost one and shit. Motherfucking bad and shit. So fucking back to the story and shit, fucking I got sent down to the ranch down here and shit because it wasn't safe for me to be living up there by myself and shit, and it's just like too much shit. Fucking like, I knew people and certain things and shit, but you know one thing is like if you call in a favor and shit, there's always repercussions. If somebody gets in trouble and shit because they were doing you a favor, or if it cost them anything out their pocket and shit because they were helping you, all that shit's gonna be coming out your ass and shit. So you gotta be careful when you fucking ask for favors and shit. And fucking they'll fuck around and come in and like, oh, I didn't want you to kill him. Why'd you do it? Fuck. Well, fuck. I fuck. So came down here to Sinaloa and shit, and first I came because they were like, yeah, over there you can grow weed and shit, and you can smoke all the weed you want. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And I came down here, but it was just to learn shit. Told me I was gonna make a bunch of fucking money and shit, and I was gonna turn into a fucking drug peddler and shit. Fucking that I was gonna be moving keys and all this other bullshit I thought. And I came down here like in my late 20s and shit after I got out of the youth authority and shit. So that shit was fucking crazy. Gladiator school, fucking being up north and shit with the busters. Fucking putting in work and shit, had motherfucking keeping motherfuckers in check and shit. But yeah, fucking, I thought I was gonna be a fucking narco and shit, be moving keys, be doing the homies favors and shit. Hey dog, you know what? I got fucking kilos and shit, fucking woo 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 woo. And this shit's really cheap down here and shit, So I never did that or try to push that because one thing is to be a manufacturer, I manufacture. Don't fucking confuse me with the drug peddler or that I'm a drug addict or because, they think shit, homie. I fucking make this shit, dog. I fucking grow weed, homie. I fucking in one season and shit, I have hundreds and hundreds of fucking kilos and shit. And because the other shit, if I wanted to get like fucking heroin, the couple homies were like, hey, bring some pedazos and shit, fucking bring some, get rid of it and shit, woo, woo. But I never did that shit. One because moving that shit's crazy. You get busted, you going to jail and shit. So fuck that, and it's fucking crazy. Government, you can't do shit, dog. Two, when you get to your destination, like let's say I'm bringing from Sinaloa and take it to TJ or whatever, because I can't cross right now. They took my papers, but I'm gonna go back. The biggest risk, dog, of getting caught in the transport is going up there and fucking, and just tell somebody like, hey, I got some drugs or I got some weed that I'm trying to get rid of and shit. Don't go tell somebody else. They're gonna fucking hit your house, homie. If you don't got nothing, they're gonna take your ass out. Fucking, they need to find something and shit. They fucking run up in your house like for some shit. Fucking woo woo woo. They better find something, cause if they don't find nothing, they're gonna be more mad. So fucking, they'll take all your shit. Take all your shit, homie, and they'll fucking kill your ass. It's crazy as fuck, homie. People that fucking take shit up there, homie, nothing ever works. It works out for nobody. Nobody's ever made it, homie. It's a fucking fantasy. It's a fake ass fantasy, homie. All that shit is on lock, homie. People don't know, and I ain't gonna expose on that shit because it ain't my business. Why it is my business? Because I don't give a fuck. Why do I give a fuck? Because I don't be doing bitch shit, and I don't be fucking have to be hiding anything or be real secretive of anything that I do, and have to be fooling everybody all the time. You can tell somebody some lies and you believe in them sometimes, but you can't fool everybody all the time. That shit gets fucking caught up. So fucking yeah. So then I wanted to and that's why. And I had my big homie and shit. Big homie and shit. He put me up on game and shit. And he told me like, you know what? You can sell weed, woo woo woo, but I don't want you fucking with white. And the good thing is that since I spent my juvenile life incarcerated and shit, first they put me in nice group homes, 24-hour schools, camps, fucking group homes and all that shit, pretty shit. Till they started getting some fucked up places and shit, man. Next thing you know, I'm in the box, homie. In the box, the rock, fucking lockdown, fucking probably years, homie. I spent years and years and years and years on lockdown when I was younger and shit. So fucking that shit was crazy and shit. I think that's something that helped me be strong and shit, cause being out here like every day, you just go out in the fucking woods and work by yourself, and depending on what you got, what you want to do, what your goals are, you set your own goals. Like if you want to fucking try to grow, like if you say, okay, I want to get 200 kilos, or if you want to do something crazy, be like, well, I want 500 kilos. Of course, you're gonna need help, or you're gonna need seed, and there's fertilizer and all kinds of fucking shit you need for that shit. So, I mean, you gotta. But my point is that, like, if you know what you're doing, and if you have like something that you want to do, you can accomplish it. If anything's possible that you put your mind to it. But yeah. So nothing ever fucking worked out like that. It's all glamour and shit. Fucking and mostly due to let's say the media, fucking music and shit. It's used to exploit younger kids, to put them in the fire and shit, and just fucking, exploiting young girls. Young kids, young boys at a young age and shit. They want to feel brave and shit, so they listen to music about guns and drugs and bitches and money, and that's all that bullshit, homie. Cause I mean, fucking minimum wage ain't about shit, and unless you robbing or doing some fucking shit that you shouldn't be doing, something that if you don't have a conscience, or you can't hold your head up high, or if you don't have any face, it's just people don't have morals these days. It's really fucked up, man. But I ain't gonna go out down to their motherfucking level and shit. Fucking play their games on the rules and shit and all that shit on me. I mean, fuck. Not really. So, don't be fooled, just because, people talk a lot of shit, say, there's an easy way, and I know I heard about dude that did this and did that, and he got so much money. I mean, unless you bitch ass snitch on me that you just fucking everybody, and you know. So don't be hip on the fact that people say you faking it and keeping it real, but keeping real is being realistic. Being realistic, not just being about fake fantasies and being you have to have well proportioned train of thought. Your ideas have to have good dimensions and proportions, and don't get too dirty, try not to get too nasty, and just do it fast and simple. That's it. So yeah, man, I'm not disappointed. Why? Because I got treated bad, and a lot of people did me wrong and shit. But for those 100 people that did me wrong, maybe I helped out one person. And if I helped out that one person throughout their journey, and if I know I made a difference for that one person, then I know that my life was not a waste. That I had a purpose and I fulfilled a mission. Even if the mission is small, take it with a grain of sand. It can, it's just something that was taken care of. So, life is crazy and shit, but people, they'll just fucking use you for what they want, and you have to let people be. You have to let people be, but they gotta understand this shit, man. There's fucking limits. You have to have some kind of class, and for it's for the not for the environment, but for just like the community setting, the tone of the people, and it's kind of difficult being like a philosophical leader, because your ideas have to be based on, and your judgment has to be based on facts of situations that you were put in, and how you reacted, how you worked this, and how you did that. And I mean, people are dirty, man. If they do something because they can get away with it, they have done it. I've did it. And nobody's gonna say shit to them, and they're not gonna voluntarily take the blame, be shot down, just be like, oh, I did it. All right, y'all. Peace out, man.